Så blank som ei glassmanet er nøkkevatnet stor. Så svart som et oljespeil som stjernenatt og sot. Det sildrer fra fjellet ned til brønnene på gården.
Hi guys to everyone. I am Anna from Poison Rock. I have really the pleasure to give a welcome back with us, Anette Aga. After 1 year and a half, it's been too long. How are you?
I'm really good right now. It's summer and it's warm and yeah, it's a really creative time for me. So I'm very happy.
Really. I mean, like the summer season gives you like more respiration than the usual season. How? I mean, so in which way? Like
in which way?
Yeah, like what in what inspires your creativity? For example, during the summer, could be, I don't know, the nature, the bird, but anything.
Yeah, it's I think living in Norway, you get really affected by the weather. So it's really, really dark and it's really cold and it's like, and that's also kind of inspiring, but in a different way. But I feel like reborn every spring. I'm like, oh,
we can get out.
Yeah. And it's warm and it's, I don't know, it's just something about the light also. And everything is green and it's like the wind is blowing the trees and it's like, it's just, I don't know, it just feels good to be alive.
Yeah, because as well, you can take off all the winter clothes that are blocking your skin to breathe, and I can look forward to go outside, with the dresses and be more like, I'm breathing.
Yeah, like the dresses, flowy dresses. That's fun.
Yeah, or large pants and not like jeans, things that tighten your skin. It's like forcing your body in a jail.
Yeah. Yes, exactly like that.
The freedom. Yeah, but I mean, last time we spoke, you have released that amazing soft song. Then came out an EP, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was beautiful. It was kind of this lullaby. Everyone loved it. And of course, and how did it go all these years? Of course, because you have as well had the chance to perform. Some play live in some market, I think.
The last year, you mean? Or
yeah, since since we spoke until now.
Okay, sorry. What was your question? One more time.
What happened in all these years after the release of Soft Sang and the EP? Like, how you feel like I don't know how people reacted, if how was your playing live these songs, and of course about your as well live that you did it could be as well not about even playing other songs in general.
Yeah, I don't think I've noticed that much of a difference. Like it was, I've been doing a lot of the same types of concerts like for years now on the Viking markets and like smaller kind of folk music stuff. And I don't know, I don't think it was that much of a difference in that sense. I think maybe the biggest difference was that because Song is like you have like this really orchestral version that people sort of expected a little bit something like that. But when I play live, it's just me and my kantele. It's like it's very tiny.
What is your kantele now? It's hidden.
Oh, it's I can go get it if you like.
It was an amazing instrument. It is an amazing instrument.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really it's quite compact and I like songwriting on it. It's really
because as well like you, I think you performed as well because people may don't know it, but still go performing with atmosphere.
Yeah, I do. So it's been a lot of focus on that the last year, but also like this year, and kind of a bit more than my solo stuff.
Yeah,
because you could do more with a band.
Yeah,
and it's more like it's kind of like the sound is bigger, and so we've been focusing a lot on that. It's kind of, it's still folk music, but it's a bit like it's bigger kind of with and also electronic sound, and it's like very atmospheric and
that I noticed that as well. some other folk, people like Runa Hill, for example, there's this discovering about electronic music, but it's not electronic, it's like ambience. Plain sound that is going so beautifully with the folk music that it can fit. It's like, I don't know, it's giving the same vibe of meditation and transforming, and doesn't change at all. You can drum or you can play a synth, and I think it's fun because you have that, you can do whatever you want. I mean, with on the stage. So with atmosphere, so you still play live. Did you record something new? You worked on something new, so we then take apart atmosphere to focusing on it.
But you mean if I record something for atmosphere, or
yeah? So yeah.
Yes, we are working on something there. But I mean, like back and forth if we want to do like a label thing or if we want to do it like by ourselves. And we were offered like a label deal, but it was really bad because they were trying to take away our rights.
No, that's your music, not other people's music.
I know that this is very, very common. Like if you get to a certain stage and then people kind of offer you a deal, but you reach the contract that is terrible. So we had to say no to that agreement. But so we started, because we decided to say no, we started to look around for other places to record, and we kind of want to do it ourselves. Because my boyfriend, he plays also an amplifier, and he's really, really good at mixing and everything. So we do have the capacity to mix some of it ourselves. And like if we find a good studio and some good people to work with, then I don't see why we can't do it.
That's the best thing. And of course, this music is really right now, and it always has been, it's kind of a tool for healing, for going throughout life, like your own music. So that's why, as in fact, today, let's say, nowadays, there is a new video going on of help me with the pronunciation because I can't. It's knock something. Okay, which is featuring again our mutual friend Shell. The amazing Shell brother. So it's an old song, like we were saying, a pre-song that you recorded, but you did a video clip with that. So
what?
So that it's a song that was already previously recorded by you. Not you, like there is a video clip now released, which is beautiful. And so let's talk a little bit about the video clip, like how it happened, why you choose this song for doing a video clip, about the location, if there is a theme for the video clip too.
Okay, well, okay, so I really like when we released the CD, like the whole thing with Nøkkevatnet and everything. Nøkkevatnet was sort of like the strongest song, so I always wanted to do something more with that. And I wrote the lyrics to Nøkkevatnet about the place where my grandmother grew up, and she passed away last year. So it was like I had really had to do something with this song. And then I spoke to a friend of mine who has been studying movie making and everything. She's really talented. Ragnhild Barsk, she calls herself.
Okay, it's good.
His good name Barsk means like a strong. And she we have been talking about like collaborating for a while now, but we haven't really kind of figured out how to do it quite yet. And so I was just saying that, okay, I have this song, but I want to do something visual about it. And she has like this really vintage kind of layered style. Which is a little bit like Enya, but like the music videos for Enya, which is very dreamy and very like there's a lot of like filters that with particles and stuff, and we talked about how to kind of make something out of like something visual for this song. I wanted to film it where my grandmother grew up, because it was like it's about location. Like
Yeah.
there's about this water spring, but it was too close to the road, so you could hear the traffic.
Yeah.
So we had to find somewhere else to film it. But she collects like Ragnar, she collects like locations. So
Okay.
he was like, okay, I know about this location. There we can get really, really close with a car,
Yeah.
so we can like have equipment with us and
Yeah, of
everything.
course.
And so yeah. So
Yeah.
it was filmed 20 minutes from where I live.
Okay, so it's still
Uh,
close. She has still
it's still
the
it's
energy.
still yeah, it's still local, but
Yeah.
it's yeah. And then also the little girl in the video, she's my bonus daughter, and she was
So sweet.
so happy to be part of it. And she thought it was so fun, and she was like, "Oh, I really, really want to."
Beautiful. And I think it's really as well touching because you're doing something amazing for your grandma. Then she's proud, whatever because I always like to think, because I can understand your pain really well. Like, we have memories of them. Maybe there is a place where we used to have to be happy with them. They're in that place, maybe waiting for us. Maybe we can take a look to the place, like a safe place. Maybe she's there, and and this is a beautiful way. She's gonna be for sure super happy about that. And I think more people should do that for their own grandparents. Sometimes we forget our grandparents are important.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think like being like very individual,
Yeah.
because I'm like a very individual, I need to do my own stuff and everything. I think it's very easy to forget the roots, like where
Yeah.
you come from. And I think the older I get, the more I kind of realize that yes, it is important that you turn into your own person and you do your own creative stuff, but you came from somewhere, and you have
Exactly.
to kind of, you know.
Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
especially the grandmother's tip are always kind of right, because they know the right remedies, which are not from the Western medicine. It's just like I don't know how to do stuff better than the people of today, and they're still working good. And I still, because for example, I live in my grandma's house, and I wouldn't live without unless maybe I'm forced to something. But this is her house, and it's not mine. So there, I have still picture of her, and I just don't want to take away, because sometimes people say to me, "Oh, can you just even take those pictures away? Why? She's in her youth. She's happy and beautiful. Why should take away my grandma picture? Because they are all gigantic. It's a beautiful way to just homage her. So that's really beautiful, because that's a thing that I didn't know about this new video clip. So that made me really happy. But one thing is, and people can see, of course, this video clip on YouTube as well. And since probably they will listen the song, let's say they're gonna fall in love with the song. The song is in the EP that you released, so that people can still find the EP, find it. It's on Bandcamp available. So let's say that still people can find it, people can buy it, and it's on the platform. But amongst all these musical things, there's something that we mentioned a little bit before doing this interview while you were talking. There is I think a huge part in your life that I think as well inspires you. What is meditation? Every time I got asked by someone that is, even they are people doing practitioners, or what is meditation for you? I mean, what is meditation? I mean, like there is a kind of a standard way. I don't think. I think we have each one of us has our own way of doing meditation, mindfulness, whatsoever. So I'm gonna ask to Anette Aga, which is your way, or for you, meditation?
Is to shut out close off all sound and just try to quiet grounding.
Okay.
I think, yeah, because I get really I have ADHD, so my brain is like all the time.
Going all over
So
I know that.
yeah, and it's great for creative work, but I need to like in meditation, I need to kind of slow down, and that is
Oh,
very healthy for me to be able to like. So I sometimes I just I put in earplugs and I put in like really
yeah.
what's it called?
Headphones.
Yeah,
Headphones.
yeah. And I kind of cut out all sounds and I try to kind of breathe really like slowly
Okay.
so I can get in contact with myself again,
Yeah.
because I think it is, and I've noticed that a lot of people struggle with this nowadays, that everything is going so fast.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and you really lose grounding in
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
because you can't really, it's like, oh, we have to pay attention to all this, blah, blah, blah. And if I think if people don't ground themselves, sometimes they really lose contact with themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. And you kind of lose control of your mind
Your
in the end.
yourself, because I think there are different ways as well. Like, there is kind of a positive, let's say, hyperactivity. So you want to do a lot
Mhm.
of things, but this positive, let's say, functional hyperactivity then became a little bit dysfunctional when you
Mhm.
work too much, and it happens because so many things. I don't know. You have the best day, and a lot of things good happening. You just rushing and wants to do more, and then it creates the opposite because it creates anxiety then because like
Yeah, yeah.
wait, and I was a friend of mine asking me this, how I can slow down, just taking control of your mind, like you said. If you need to just close the door, lock everything, put I don't know, podcast or something, but the basic, learn how to breathe. People
Mm.
there are no people that I don't know, they don't know how to breathe properly.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
in your or meditation, there's a like meditation time moment, there's something like I don't know that some, because I don't think there is a proper way, like I said, to do meditation, because you can just simply close your eyes and breath. That's it.
Mhm.
Breathe. But if you have to, like, let's say, to you have like maybe I don't know, a way that you like to meditate, a place that you like to go, that it's like, this is my place, this is what I do for feeling better. Maybe not sharing all the tip because it's your personal.
What are you asking, if I have a place to go,
Like
or
if you have
for?
some good, like if you have like, I don't know, some maybe practice of meditation that you do regularly, or if you have some places and spot that you like to go for just being with yourself.
I don't think I have a specific
Okay.
place, but I try to. I wouldn't say I do this every day, but I want to. I'm kind of attempting to do this every day, where I have like 10 minutes where I uh just sit down and make it quiet and try to breathe, just to kind of get in contact with myself again.
Okay.
Um yeah,
Distant,
yeah,
which is a
yeah.
thing that it should be done, like at least, like, yeah. I mean, I know it's not easy because with all the things, like you were saying before, rushing and life and commitment we
Mm,
have daily, it's not easy. Even those 10 minutes looks like an eternity, like impossible
yeah,
to find. It's like going to the gym. I can go every day.
yeah,
It's impossible. But try to like write it down in a post note, 10 minutes. That's why some people do it like in the morning. But I don't know, it's just
yeah.
like something that we should do when we feel it. Because then you're
Mm,
forcing yourself in a state of meditation that maybe is not even working good. Or maybe can create the opposite, make it create the
yeah,
anxious state.
yeah. I
Yeah.
have I have I have to
Hmm. You froze.
say, well, when I was younger, fine arts. What?
Oh, so sorry, you froze for two
Oh,
seconds
okay.
when you
Oh
were
yeah,
young.
oh, sorry, sorry.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I studied fine arts, and I
Okay.
did I did a lot of painting and stuff. And then I was able to go into this meditation state where I was like really, like my head was really quiet.
Okay.
Um, and I'm trying to kind of do that again with music.
Okay.
Um, and I'm sort of like, yeah, because
Try to
it's
do it
really
again.
yeah, it's really, really difficult to be like, okay, you have to meditate for 10 minutes a
Yeah.
day. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So if you could sort of like incorporate your creative practice
With
somehow.
yeah, with music.
And I'm yeah, and I'm kind of in a process where I'm trying to do that with sound design and stuff like that.
I mean, you are, and because of course I mean, you're still painting, you're still doing illustration, right? Because you have an amazing talent. So just to people to say it, it's true, it's true. I mean, I have to show to the people throughout my phone. I mean, you have kind of portfolio. I mean, that you work, if people want to know that, they can ask you something for permission, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so people just, if you want a logo, if you not a logo, maybe if you want a painting or something, go through this, do it throughout meditation. That's
Yeah.
it's, I mean, there is your soul, because everything, I mean, the at least what I saw that you posted on social media, it's beautiful. You have this amazing gift that connecting with music gives as well, like I think a word, you know, like another dimension when where to just jump with the meditation itself as well. I think for people, for example, like me, that just want to feel something or something else. You have and there are a lot of people that struggle with the visualization because they can't visualize, and if they have, for example, a video or a painting, you can look at that and they can help you to go through. So maybe if you connect the music and then design like an illustration, it's kind of,
Yeah.
you should make a book about that. You should make a book about why not an illustration, and maybe release it with some EP or some future thing. I mean, I think people that are talented, there's a lot of people talented in your field, and it's in our field in general. I mean, Runa, she's an amazing photographer. She released a book with all the photo and the album. It's a unique experience. I feel like I took psychedelic, so beautiful. And you could do something, I mean, with your own illustration. I mean, and in about speaking about illustration, what is the main inspiration for you for the illustration, for your way of this of drawing this illustration? I mean, what is your main source of inspiration? Because I think I didn't ask you, because we spoke about the music before in the first interview. So now I'm a little bit more curious about your own drawing world.
Oh, I think it is folklore, like folklore and stories and everything. But also like the human experience in folklore.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the same as it is in music, that I kind of want to do storytelling, but I want to do it like in a not like in a historical way, but like this is our common mythology,
Yeah.
if you will, and then we can sort of get like the human experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, folklore and stuff like that. But I also, yeah, it
Yeah,
it's
but
kind of different. It's difficult to explain, but yeah, folklore and I don't know. Yeah, symbols, mythology. Like, how do we connect? Like, there are big themes in mythology that we can
yeah,
like gather around,
yeah,
like love and loss, and things are difficult, and yeah, and things are scary. I also have like a theme that I'm noticing is reoccurring a lot in my music, that I also do in my illustration, that I really, really like the whole good and evil
okay, like black and
kind
white.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's a gray area. Like
Okay.
why are like these monsters in mythology, why are they bad and why are these good, and are
Yeah.
they really? And like
um,
how can like choices are making us good and evil, like the duality of like the human experience. And in Norwegian folklore, it's a lot, it's kind of good and evil,
oh,
and the good part is sort of like the church, and then the evil is like
the-
the trolls and the
okay.
wild nature and stuff like that, but they have like overlaps sometimes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's really, and it's kind of like an old idea now, which is really, it's outdated because that's not
Yeah.
really how we work anymore. But it's really,
Yeah.
really interesting to see how you can both be like the darkness, but
Light.
you can also be like the perceived light, but
Yeah.
it's not, it's not a pure light. It's kind of, because it's the same sort of.
Yeah. That's kind of a, let's say, like you were saying, like a gray area, that, but at the same time, like of uh, getting closer to these two things, like melting, kind of almost.
Mm.
That's something that as well, like, yeah, church has been a controller of their mind whatsoever. But even like we think about in church, like in the religion whatsoever, they have a lot of aspect they came from, apart the all things paganism and blah blah blah, but they are in their own culture and their own writings. So let's say the ancient testament, and in this case the Old Testament, they
Mm.
came from the nature itself, and they are not evil, they are not weird,
No, 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 no,
that
no, no, no.
even for example someone that it's not from, it's from another religion, I don't know, agnostic whatsoever, and go to read that, there's things that we can feel as well the same. There are the same, I think, for each, and so it's like a melting of this evil, this black and white. They
Mm-mm.
incorporate that. This is not stealing like they did with the, let's say that's called Catholicism. That's more another story. We're talking about the roots of everything, and
Yeah,
always
yeah.
connected to the roots. Yeah, because if you think about Italian folklore, what we have in Italy, so the upper part of Italy, it's a mixture, just it's not a mixture, it's just Catholicism, and there's no white or black, that's only wash. But if you take a look, for example, go like in Sicily, we had Arabs, so some completely different thing, Greek and Roman, the main, and then Normans. So four different, so East Italy, North and South. So what we took it from here, it's a melting pot. Sorry, a melting pot of people that is kind of there's unique folklore. I have to send you some book about Sicilian folklore.
Yeah, yes, yes,
I have
please.
to say the multiculturality of some places can bring us
Yeah.
different ideas and different as well, I think, people how they grew up. Because
Mm-hmm.
of course we have the ruling church here, but
Mm-hmm.
in my mind I like sometimes, even to think about, because you have these gigantic temples, Greek temples, and seeing what they were so beautiful, just want to sit there and play the lyre. I don't know, it gives you this kind of different way of as well spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
It's all different, a bunch of different things. And I can say I'm gonna send you some book about maybe it's starting as is history of Sicily, so you can say it read a little bit about all this culture that came, and then you're gonna say, oh look, I prefer this one. I'm gonna send you one more in detail.
Yeah,
Who knows? And we're gonna see maybe some illustration in the future.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
your own illustration, like you're saying, is as well as good as a good way to spread and to let to the people, even to the kids, to acknowledge about the folkloristic side of Norway. It's important because it's your own roots as well, I think, unless you don't come from another country. But it's a folkloristic way. And of course, I mean, there is in your own illustration some theme that, apart from folklore itself, like, I don't know, something that you feel like, I like to draw this, like this is kind of my own mark. This is Anette. Like, since you, even when you were a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something that you love to draw. Most can be even a deer, can be anything. Doesn't have to be the gigantic Odin or whatsoever. Could be anything.
But something I like to draw as a kid.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Your questions are quite long, so I have to like.
Yeah. I would say that's something that you really like to draw since you were a kid, or always that stick with you. Like, yeah.
I've always been very, very drawn to like nature and forest, like leaves and stuff like that. But I always there is I used to draw like small stories. They were like always in this grove or this forest setting.
Okay.
Um and Yeah, and there's this I I don't know. I used to read a children's book when I was small where there was like this child that was lost in the forest, and on the branches they were like eye apples staring down at her, and that was so scary. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. So I'm very like it's always been like dark forest
Yeah.
kind of vibe in my illustrations is and sometimes I feel like in my adult years I've been trying to censor that a bit because you have to make it like presentable
Yeah.
for an audience sometimes, sadly. But I kind of want to I kind of want to go back to that. But like always in my illustrations it's been like
This,
like the dark woods sort of
yeah.
and what does that mean? Like is it
Yeah.
yeah, you know?
I want to ask you, and what does that mean for you? Like, like this concept of a dark woods, for example.
uh it's like the ocean, you know? It's wild and it's beautiful and it's mysterious and it can be like a physical place which is
Yeah.
very beautiful and has a lot of small details and everything, but it is also like a symbol of like going like inward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shamanic journey does that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a bit like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very fascinated by that.
It's a
um
is a, as well deep. It gives like a sense of your being deeper than other human being, because dark woods that you have to go inside these dark woods and look for it. You're like
mm.
a thing, because of course I'm not a therapist. I think like a deep person, but with a lot of creativity and being curious as well. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be here posting all this amazing illustration music.
Uh, yeah, I would like to. I don't know. I don't know if I would like claim to be very, very deep, but I'm very, very interested
Yeah,
in the human psyche and
yeah,
why we do why do we make stuff, you know?
yeah.
Why do we even yeah, it's interesting what's going on
Inside.
inward, I
Yeah,
feel. Yeah.
and
Hmm.
do you find a way, for example, to like go closer to your, let's say, inner self, let's say to your own, I won't say dark wood, but to your inner self, and maybe explore and give yourself an answer to the question that are related to you?
I do a lot of writing,
Okay.
like every day. And that's actually something I do every day. I've been doing for like
Okay.
2 years now because I my psychiatrist suggested that I do
Supposed
do
to be
that.
good, but that's something that I lost connection with. For example, I can do meditation when I start to write, and the next day is like 2 months earlier. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I can't I have to do it because I get so overwhelmed. Like I wake up and my brain is like, "Ugh," you know, in the morning and I need to have like coffee and I need to have breakfast and all that. And then I have to write a bit because I just need to empty my head.
Yeah.
And then it's really really useful because then every day you get like, okay, how do you feel?
Okay.
Like are you confused? Are you upset? Are you frustrated by something? Yes, no, you know. And then you kind of have this dialogue with yourself in
Yeah.
the writing where you're like, okay, but is this something that will affect you the rest of the day? Is this dangerous? Like, is
Yeah.
this like something you have to be aware of? Or is it just like something you're obsessed with right now and you can just
Yeah.
put it aside, you know? So just kind of getting to know your mind is
Yeah.
very, very important to me because the mind is a really weird place.
Yeah. It's better that we never say what we have, what is hidden in my mind, because it's that's a dark wood. We are
Mm-hmm.
lost and forgotten, and then we,
Yeah.
no, but I think that, like say, writing down, because today people call it journaling, but in my old days it was just like writing your own emotion, no matter, but the you can even write hello, good morning, but the main point I think is like creating this debating with yourself, discussing with
Yeah.
talking with yourself. It doesn't matter how you do it, but talking with yourself, making yourself question. And especially I'm the same. You wake up, coffee, breakfast in order. It's important. I don't care. It could be even 2 p.m. I don't care. I do not function without it. A breakfast, coffee, or otherwise. And then I need to shut down the world outside, because it's even worse, and empty the mind. I don't know, could be I can just even think, I don't know, let it flow. Just imagine how people get up nowadays. Oh, what day is this? Okay, reading things online, and this is worst. So this thing you're doing, that it's, I think, this writing down your own thoughts and emptying your mind, it's something that a lot of people should do, and you will see how many people will be with less anxiety and less. And I think that we all have it, OCD. I think everyone in the world has it, even a little bit, because we are human beings. There is no one which is, he doesn't have a compulsion or an obsession. No one. There's nothing wrong. And it's interesting as well. So this kind of writing down, it, I think, really helped you. I mean, as well, kind of give you a little help with the music, for example, with the illustration. And as well, you are as well a writer, because you write your own lyrics. So.
Yeah, that's kind of different though, I feel, because it's shorter. It's more like it's like writing poetry, you know.
Yeah.
You just like, oh, I have a feeling, but, and then you write it out. And then you go like through it a couple of times. Is this bad? Is this good? Yeah, I don't know. And then you kind of sing it to see if it works with the melody. So I feel like that's a different process than writing, than journaling.
Yeah.
Because in journaling you just have to get everything out. And yes, you get better at expressing yourself with your words. And also I'm noticing that you kind of you teach yourself that sometimes maybe I shouldn't write this harshly about myself. Maybe I should write, use nicer words for myself, you know. So you get really, really aware of how you use your words.
Because sometimes we are, I think, too tough with ourselves.
And
we can give us to write the right credit, even when we accomplish something, even good, even big. We don't give us the right credit, and we don't give, like, you know, nice work. Maybe because we are so used to wait for, I don't know, like, good, you did an amazing job, that we don't give that word. Like, I did a fucking good job, because we're waiting for someone else to validate. I mean, in general, and the people, but and as well with those running in life, we don't have time to stop and see. You see, I did that. I didn't think it, but even could be just even, I don't know, you're scared of driving the car. For example, I do not drive far from the city because it gives me anxiety. So I'm like, okay, slower. When I go a little bit further, farther and farther, I should say to myself, fucking, I did a good thing. But it's so, you know, something that maybe so I forget it. And then I'm like, well, I read in that place. We should be a little bit more kind with us. Because we're always, we are human being. We can do bad days, good days. We're perfect, not imperfect. I mean, who is fucking perfect in this world? Unless Anette Aga, which has a lot of qualities, and you has like singing, writing, painting, playing. Tell me something that you're not capable to do.
I'm not capable of running a marathon.
And I will see you next year in Oslo Marathon. Running. No, but literally, like, in the artistic side point of view, you are literally 365. No, what's that? You're a complete artist. Literally.
I don't know. I'm not very good at. I'm learning how to mix music. I'm not very good at that yet. But it's been a long process, and it's been really difficult. But I'm getting there. Oh, I don't know. I'm not. Something I'm not good at in the artistic field. I'm not good at dancing. Terrible with everything that has to do with like movement and stuff. I want to be good at better at it.
We can sign in a course together, in a class together. I'm better than you. I'm like a stick of piece of wood.
Yeah, but
yoga, you know, like flowing the flow, but I'm always like trying to move, but I shake. Okay, I'm done. Joe, go dance for myself. Because sometimes I think we should dance unseen. You know, like we imagine in the woods without anyone, just us, just you or me, just alone, and moving like an idiot. That's the best. No, when we you check us. But yes, but speaking as well, like I said, you can connect. I mean, I think you connect all the your artistic side with throughout the drawing, the illustration, throughout the music, throughout your voice, the instrument that you're playing. Let's remind to the people that it's not an easy instrument. Is there? Okay.
I brought it.
It's amazing. I want to buy it. So it's not easy. Yeah.
It's okay. It's not the hardest instrument to learn because it has like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 strings. Sorry, I have
Okay.
several, so I had to count. So it has 12 strings, and they're all tuned the same.
Okay.
No, I'm lying. They are tuned to a certain scale, so that
Okay.
one doesn't change.
Okay.
So I would say that it is easier to learn than a guitar because on a guitar you have like different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is like the scale you have in front of you is the scale you have.
So
finished.
it's like for example, like I don't know, it's a tagalharpa, which has the string plus the arch, and
wait, a tagalharpa is more like a violin, so you change
you have the string that you can touch really, and with the arch. You have to just kind of make sound everything good, which is not easy because I think that's why I prefer the bass tagalharpa, which is slower and it does
better.
I know, but I made a mistake the first time. Everyone was telling me, like, of course, I'm gonna ask to people like Shed Broughton or what should I buy? And they said, since I'm a bass player, buy the bass tagalharpa. I'm like, but I want the tagalharpa like Barbru, that was my mind years ago. And I bought the normal tagalharpa, but I can play the medieval saltarello with that. Because it's too fast, and I can't. It's too fast. I need slower things because it gives more like as well. I think calming as well. So I try to pretend that it's about. I just that's for practicing. It's just let's say it's a tagalharpa but tuned with as a bass tagalharpa. So I would never put a video of that online because it's gonna be fucked up. So.
Oh, but you should get one of these. These are good.
Yes. Oh my god, really? That's put him is giving because I think every strings is like the tagalharpa. I think it's a different note position in the full string.
It's kind of like a harp,
Okay,
that
okay.
you have one note and then you have like okay, so this is an F sharp. This is the darkest one. You can't see. Okay, this the lowest one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like an F sharp, and this is always an F sharp.
Okay.
And like all of the strings are like that, so they don't change. Like they don't change if you kind of go up and down.
Okay, like the tagalharpa change if you go up and down.
Yeah.
The thing of the tagalharpa.
So I would say like it's a very, very predictable instrument in that sense that it sounds the same, like yeah.
But it's beautiful.
But you can like retune it and then it changes. But yeah.
But I mean, you're giving me an idea because in my mind, like I was saying, since there is this Greek thing that is fascinated me, having a lyre or something like that, but it's a little bit too much common. So instead of doing the same mistake of the tagalharpa and going to the beginning and then go straight forward to the hardest one. So I'm gonna ask you to advise as to where to get it.
Where I got this one?
And I'm gonna ask you advice like, how do you play? How do I play? Teach me.
Okay, here you go.
This is the first lesson.
You have to stop me if I'm talking too much about this. Okay, yeah. So there are two ways to play. Like if you find a book about kantele, they would tell you that it's not like any rules about how you play it because people play it differently. But I have found that there are like two ways to play it. So there is like the plucking version where you just pluck,
Okay.
and then there is like the muting version. I'm gonna put my camera down so you can see. So then there is the muting version. Can you see? Can you hear?
Yeah, I'm falling in love with this instrument. The kantele.
Yeah, so you can pluck the strings. Now hold on. You pluck the strings, but if you mute, you have to kind of press them down, because if you
Yeah.
press them down, then they sort of get quiet.
Yeah, they don't make the sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
plucking, and then if you mute, you do like this, and then you do.
Yes, I mean, for sure, I will start with the first method because it's easy. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, there is, hold on, wait. In the Finnish creation mythology, they mention the kantele. It looks different then. It's made out of a fish jaw, actually, which
Okay.
is funny. But they say that the sound of the kantele is so beautiful that it makes the gods cry.
Oh,
And so it's like, oh,
it's beautiful. To check about kantele, I'm gonna check if you have some good advice where to make buy kantele, because I don't know if they are already ready to sell or there's someone that is gonna build it, like, I don't know, following your own, I don't know, talking with you whatsoever. Send me the link because I'm gonna literally having a second, like, because I like the sound of it. It's peaceful. And I like this. It's and I also like with like picking that for sure that would be the first. So send me the link if you have it, or just the name where I can find a good one, because I think that in Etsy I can find people as well doing that, but we have to be sure they are good. So, or I'm gonna send it to you like, this is good, this is good, this is good. Like, you will have your own let's say alumni. I said your own. I will call Annette. Can you explain me that? How will I call it? Like I'm gonna call you. Can you explain me how to tune it, please?
Okay.
We will do an that would be fucking great. I think the
Yeah.
doing an interview together like that with the Cantella, try to explain the people and to me how does it work, like a lesson of Cantella with Anette Aga. But I will that's good for the next interview. You see, we find already a topic for the topic.
Okay.
But of course, but I want to ask you about I mean, I love that you gave me new motivation about something. You should do like you have a lot of good energy, like really, always smiling. You're kind of motivational, really,
Aww.
really. I mean, I want to buy an instrument from out of
Go buy an instrument now. Discount price now.
You can make like the I'm an influencer of Cantella. Can you imagine? Let's say we are more simple as a human being than that. But like in general, can we make a little bit about the music or illustration or something? Right now with this release of this new video clip, that came in your mind something about writing, maybe in the future some new music you're writing about, speaking about your own music?
But in the future, you mean? Or
yeah, or now if you're writing,
what plans I have? Like,
yeah
I can see there's only 9 minutes left, so I will be fast. Okay. Yeah. Well, so I want to expand a bit now. I will use the kantele, I'm thinking, but because I'm very much into like music mixing and production and everything now, I want to make something that's a little bit more meditation, or that's a little bit more. I'm really inspired by Runa Hill at the moment. I love how she does things. It's very in your face what she does. So I want to make something that is a little bit more inward,
okay,
or like, like,
can releasing kind of.
Yeah. I mentioned in our last interview that I was very inspired by the Bluta thing, by Chell. I don't think I will be able to make something as raw as that
Okay.
because I thought I can't listen to that track because it's too
Deep.
it's too much.
I know. My bones are like pretty used to that.
Yeah.
There are some
Yeah.
song. There is some song about it, like Frit, something like that, which I can't listen because it's too much yet. But I went through a blotter, through all. Not
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
But I love the concept, and
Yeah.
I really think I think it's important that musicians don't like that we actually use music as a like a healing tool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
Because because I think we get, or at least I get very like, okay, I can listen to other people's music and feel inspired and get healing, but I can't listen to my own music because that was just like that was a project that I did and I'm done with it now, and so yeah, I want to make something that is still folky, but it's a lot more about releasing energy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like kind of having a grounding point, and from that grounding point, finding your own path. Because I think people will find the wrong way to feel and release the energy. But at the end, the main let's say concept, the main topic would be like literally releasing the energy. Maybe they can do that dancing alone in the nature. Who knows? Or buying a kantele. Who knows? But it's
That works too.
this is a good, I mean, like how, for example, Shal did it is something that brought people to have it still today, using Blota as an inner healing tool. So why not you do the same? Because this, I mean, every musician that has your skill, Shal skill, Runa Hill skill, Folket skill, what you're releasing to us is something that we as a people, just non-musician, just people going throughout every day, the toxicity in general, even daily, something that we use to heal. And I was at the gym and I was like, maybe I should listen death metal in the gym, but instead they put something calmer, which was Shelbraten, of course, and I did it best. I did it better at the gym because I felt more comfortable in my own. That was a gigantic release. So yeah, I want to hear something from you that is releasing. I need more tools from everyone. I need it. It's my job too. I need it. So you're trying right now to see to work around this let's say this new way, this new, let's say, music, this new kind of turning point will be for Anette Aga, this new way of composing and releasing music.
Yeah, I would still go back to like folkloric storytelling because I feel like that's very important to me. But I kind of want to do like that and
yeah, I can do more.
other stuff. Yeah, because it's not like a rebranding or anything, but it's I think I could do, yeah. The EP was it's very safe.
Yeah,
kind of.
Kind of a safe home. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's great. It's very, very well produced, and I'm really, really happy.
I would recommend for people when they do meditation, for example, and they need to say find place to put your EP and do the meditation with that and find the safe place. So when they listen your EP, they know they are safe inside. That's a good thing for your EP. Writing as a commercial. Yeah, so yeah. But yeah, you were saying about the keeping, of course, your own identity, of course, it's not going to change. Yes, is always your roots. And I mean, I don't think, I mean, I'm not pretending that we're going to see anybody like next week or next month, but they said the thoughts are here. The thoughts are here for starting. Oh, you already started to write something.
I've started.
Thanks. Thank you. I need it. I thank you. I need it. And I will promise that I will do the best for when your music will be released to have the cantele with me. Because I won't have that. Bye. Sorry, wait. I will have the cantele here. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, we need, like always do, always your music, of course. And I think as well with atmosphere, we can see something as well new, like we can. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit of news going on in this year. You're planning this 2024/beginning 25, maybe?
One more time.
You were like with like about the timing. Of course, there's no time when you feel it, but it's gonna be like around, let's say, 1 year by now at least. Something we will see something new. We will hear something new.
Yes.
Looking forward. Forward. I mean, you know that I follow you since the beginning, and thanks to Shell, but now thanks to us, because we found different.
Yeah.
Shell was the beginning. Now they can tell that, and we have to learn to dance. That's a commitment we take for both of us. One day we have to meet each other and go to dance in some places like robots, like.
Yeah.
Okay, people will think that we are insane. Okay, probably. That's the best things ever. People just have to understand it's Saturday night. Instead of being weird. I prefer this, to be honest.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. I'm leaving all this in the interview, don't forget. So people can think these girls are really insane. Yeah, we are. It was really a pleasure seeing you again, Anette. And I really can't wait to hear more music from you. And of course, I will write you about the kantele, really, about some advices, where to buy it or something. And for everything, I'm always here. And it was a pleasure seeing you. And I really love this interview. We talk about everything. I mean, only the food, even the food, because I had the pizza. So
yeah.
Have a good rest of the Saturday, and enjoy, and really thank you for the music that you released.
Thank you.
A big hug.
Oh.
Bye, Anette. Kiss, bye. Have a good rest of the day.
Kanskje må tek det hvis du henter det i handa. Og gir du vatten til søyene som beiter rundt om floren, så lager de slik silkeull og lamunger til våren. Og gir du vatten til kua fin så hvite store lysen, så lager hun så gode melk til drikke, ost og myse. Sudi-dan